Welcome to I'm Right. Yes, I'm Anthony Cordova, one of your hosts for I'm Right. And Jill Cox-Cordova will be with us in 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And you'll be able to see us and hear us because we do this show live. But if you are watching this or listening to it in replay, you can fast forward past this spot and get right into the show with no problem. For those of you that listen to the show, just the audio in your cars or while you're doing chores or at work, welcome also. And I hope you enjoyed the little commercials before the show started. I hope you liked them. And maybe you used some of the services that you heard in the commercials. Okay, so what's going on? Well, one of the things that's still going on is that we're up for the Podcast Awards. And we would love it if you would vote for us there. We're in 2 categories, which is People's Choice and Society and Culture. And the way you vote for us is you go to podcastawards.com. And then you choose the People's Choice Award, the People's Choice category, or Society and Culture. And if you do that, that would help us. And again, I would also like to thank all of the listeners because you are still making our numbers wonderful. And those little commercials that play right before the show, those are how we get paid. So you don't have to pay. And for those of you that come live, we know we love it when you're here live because you always make this show better. Some of the comments that you guys type up when you're watching on YouTube or Facebook are just amazing. And it just keeps us laughing and adds a lot of energy to the show. And we just love doing this show. But we would also love it if some of the live viewers would take the option to be live on the show. So that's to be heard and seen on the show. But if you just want to be heard, we can do that also. So no one will see you if you are not camera ready. And the way you do that is if you're on Facebook or YouTube, there's a link, and I believe it says something like be on the show. And you just click that link and follow the prompts, and we will see you when you enter our green room. And we'll let you know, hey, we see you here, and but you're not going to be on the stage automatically. We'll let you know when we're bringing you up, so it won't be a surprise. So we only have about 1 minute to the beginning of the show, and still, if you are listening or watching this in replay, you still have time to fast forward past this portion if you're just tired of hearing me speak. As you know, we do use this time to make sure we don't have any technical difficulties, and we would correct them if they were within those 5 minutes. So we have about 30 seconds, so please stand by. We've got about 10 seconds and we'll be here live, so see you in a few. All right, Jill, you're with me for a moment.
I'm still with you. I'm always with you?
Okay.
Hello, everyone. This is I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox-Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova. And
this is I'm Right.
I'm right.
I'm right.
We said that already. I'm
right. I'm right.
Oh, you really want to be right.
I am right.
Today.
It's not a case of wanting. I just am.
I've told you before, if you say something over and over and over again, it doesn't make you right. If you say it louder, it does not make you right. Just because you say it louder, you're still not right.
I'm right about most things
we discuss
it's
like
on this
that.
show.
I'm sorry, Jill, but it's like that.
I'm sure our audience would agree with me that I'm on this show. I'm mostly right.
Yeah. You know, they don't notice it much during this show, and I don't know why on the live video show. But when we were doing just audio, just the podcast, you would just talk louder and louder and louder and just try to get your point across. But it didn't make a difference. It still didn't make a difference.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, or you would just say something over and over and over again
so that you would understand
to get me to believe what you were saying.
Because I was right.
It didn't work. Didn't work.
Well, we'll leave that up to our audience. They always decide.
Yep.
And speaking of our audience, Connie is here.
Hi, Connie.
Hi.
Welcome.
Ronaldo is here too.
Hello,
Hi.
Ronaldo.
Hi. Connie is waving at us.
Hey,
so we'll wave back.
Hey.
And
cool.
Ronaldo says not true about you being right. He's saying I'm right.
No, I'm right most of the time.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
And Connie says, tell Trump.
I can't. Okay.
Well.
So, what's happening tonight? What are we doing?
Well, before we get to tonight's topic, lately I've been doing a week-long poll on LinkedIn about our topic. Mm-hmm. So, I ask about the topic a day before our show, and then it ends the day before our next show.
Okay.
So the final results last week, you may recall, we talked about side pieces and home wreckers. And it was one time that I thought we were actually in front of the news, like ahead of the news, because one story that went viral last week was about the CEO and the head of HR at his company got caught on a kiss cam at a concert. Mm-hmm. And boy, did they look guilty, right? But at least they look guilty. At least they look like, oh man, we got caught.
Yeah.
Instead of kissing on the camera. Yeah.
Caught.
So, and he resigned. He ended up resigning.
He should have said, "It wasn't me." That's what he should have said. It wasn't me. No matter what, it wasn't me.
It was just his lookalike who happened to be with the head of HR.
Doppelganger or somebody, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
We all do have doppelgangers. We did talk about that.
What should have been his story, and if he stuck to his guns, he would still have his job. He wouldn't have resigned or anything. It wasn't me.
Yeah, but that's not integrity. That's obviously it's not
he
anyway,
never said
right?
He had integrity.
It's not anyway, right?
So if he wanted to keep his job and keep and stay married and all that, it wasn't me.
Yeah, well, that's...
keep repeating it.
That's what you would have done?
Repeating it. Keep repeating it. Jill, it wasn't me.
That's what you would have said? And you would expected everybody to believe you?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Yeah, okay.
There used to be a song like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kept saying it wasn't me. That wasn't me. You saw making out on the kitchen floor with that woman. That wasn't me.
It wasn't me. That's the hook. It wasn't me. That's the hook. Well, so since we talked about side pieces and home wreckers, the poll was, are side pieces the same as home wreckers? And 43% said yes. 29% said no. 28% said sometimes, and no one, 0%, said often. Can you believe that?
Ooh, I can't believe it.
So this week, oh, well, before I go into tonight's topic, I want to say hello to Chris and to Mia.
Hey, I
Hello.
was wondering
Hello.
if y'all were gonna show up.
Hope you
Hi,
all are doing
y'all.
well. Hi. Okay, so tonight's topic is about being your most authentic self in your personal and your professional life. Because some people, they do different things in different
And yeah,
situations,
and that
right?
person, yes.
And so I asked to the poll now that's live on my LinkedIn page. If you all would like to, if our audience would like to go to it, you have a week to put in your vote. So I asked are you being your most authentic self in both in your professional and personal life? And 25% said yes, they are in both. And 25% said no, not in either. And then 0% said that only in professional life are they being their most authentic selves. 0%
Okay.
said that. And 50% said only in their personal life. So it seems to me so far with our poll that most people are their most authentic self in their personal
Personal
life,
life. Yeah.
but either they aren't or maybe they can't be in their professional life.
Now I can understand those numbers.
Yep. So that's part of a segment that we call
Stand by your stance.
You can understand the numbers.
Oh yes, 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 yes. And so, I'm curious about the word authentic.
What's that mean to you?
Well, to me, it means are you being who you truly are? Okay. So,
That's my definition of it as well.
okay, yeah. So, and I didn't think about this till just this moment.
Ooh.
To just this moment on being authentic. Now, as you all know, I have a job and I have to interact with people every day. Okay, so
That's
at
your
this
favorite thing to do. Not.
so at this job I have, I am kind and I'm funny and I interact with people and I'm kind of just like I am on this show. I'm the same. However, however, the people I work with have no idea that I do a show every Wednesday. They don't know I've been a podcaster and vodcaster for, many, 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 many years. They don't know that I'm a poet. They don't know so many things about me. So, am I being authentic? Is the question. Am
Well,
I being authentic?
well, I I think that you are being your most authentic self. You're just not telling them everything about you. So if you choose to not tell people certain things about you, like I had my last TV job every Monday. My boss would be like, "What did everybody like?" It was part of a meeting. What did everybody do
Okay.
over the weekend? And everybody would just tell everything, not me. I'd be like, I just didn't work. That's it. I didn't want them to know anything about me. But that doesn't mean that I wasn't my authentic self at my job. It
Okay.
just means I didn't want them to know everything about me.
Okay. And I had another question about being authentic. So, the phrase used to be keeping up with the Joneses. So, if you
Me?
or me
Okay.
or anyone is the type of person that just wants to buy stuff or give the appearance that they are more than what they actually are. So is that being authentic? And are they being authentic if actually they're the type of person that wants to seem like they're better than everyone else? Or is that the type of person they are? So is it being authentic when you do things to just keep up with everyone else is doing? Or are they being authentic because they want to be the person that has more than everyone else?
I think that's a great question, because
I
they
don't
are
know.
showing who they are by wanting what everybody else has.
Yeah.
And they're also probably the people that are jealous of what everybody else has. And probably, like, I hope they're not the kind of people, but some of them are, because, we all know people like that, who not only are they jealous, but, they actively try to bring you down, bring the people who do have what they want down.
Ah.
you know like, I've often said on this show, I don't believe in the word frenemy. I just think they're an enemy, because they don't have your best interests at heart. They are not a friend.
Yeah.
So there are people like that, certainly in the workplace.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think they're showing who they are, but they're not being,
See, that's a good question.
that is a good question. They're showing who they are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Another phrase I don't care for is "fake it till you make it," because often when you're trying to make it, you are gaining the skills to make it. It's not fake at all. You're not, But if you're, trying to be, let's talk about a workplace situation. If you're a manager and you've never managed before, so you're trying to fake it that you're a great manager.
Yeah, that usually
That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Everybody knows that you're not a great manager. You can't help but show it. All right, we have a comment from Chris and Tamia. It says, it is challenging being totally authentic with yourself and being married.
Oh.
Is it though?
I would love to hear more about this.
Yes, please elaborate on that.
Well,
but let's start with before marriage. So when you're dating someone, we know people, you and I do, who pretend to love to cook. And not only do they not love to cook, they can't cook well. When they're in the dating stage. We know people like that.
Oh, you mean they'll act like they love to cook just to catch the person they want?
Yes.
Is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
So they may have them over for dinner, but maybe they didn't cook that dinner. They pretend like they did.
Perhaps.
Or maybe they, had, ordered takeout, put it on nice, plates or something. So it starts. So some people start off with, in the dating stage of being who they think the other person wants them to be. So sometimes that enters or can enter into a marriage, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think you and I have always been our most authentic selves, and to some people with each other for sure.
Yeah, definitely tried.
Yeah, and I guess for some people that level of authenticity, because you and I have both strong personalities.
Really?
We do. Some people might think
so.
Some people have told you they could not be married to me because I am
A
my
lot
most
of people
authentic
told me
self.
that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Because I am my most authentic self, not only around you, but around people you know.
Did I make a mistake?
Did you?
Everyone is telling me, I could never be. But then I also tell you that I couldn't be married to two of you.
That's true, because I often say, man, I wish I had an identical twin. I always thought that would be fun to have an identical twin. He goes, oh, no, there couldn't be two of you.
I couldn't.
I don't really know what that means. What does that mean, sweetheart?
No.
You can't handle two of us.
No.
Am I high? Are you saying I'm high maintenance? What are you saying?
No, that's no. Listen, I love intelligent women. I love intelligent women. All the women I interact with are extremely intelligent. Okay.
Yes.
But at one time, I have one daughter that is an attorney, and when she graduated from law school, she came and moved in with us for a little while. That was very hard for me.
Why are you saying that? It was great. We had a great time.
Yeah, because they would gang up on me.
We would not gang up. No.
I couldn't
Just because the two
say
of
something.
just because she and I agreed with something didn't mean we were ganging up on you. It just meant that we agreed with each other. What is this? You're doing that like we were pests or something in your ear, and we were not.
I was like,
we just agreed with.
Don't
you want me to get along with your daughter?
I would have to say stuff like, it could be something simple. I could just make some statement, and
but you can't just say things around either of us. Neither of us have that kind of personality.
And then I would say, I got something to do in the basement, and then I was out.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Just because you weren't right?
Oh, I was right. Couldn't. I can hold my own with just you, Jill. But when it's two coming at me, I can't hang.
See,
so I just.
So to go back to your earlier point, you love intelligent women, just not two at a time who disagree with you?
No, they could be all at the same time, if we're at a setting somewhere and so on and so forth. But
if you say something that we don't agree with,
like
that's not good.
If it was like full time, like on me all the time,
I don't know what that means. I don't. I have no idea what you're saying. You told me. Everybody in this audience, if you've been listening or watching us for quite some time, you know that Tony has said he heard my voice first and he liked my voice first.
I love your voice, yes.
Except when I say things that that you don't agree with.
No, you disagree with me all the time.
I know. We have a show called I'm Right, I'm Right. So you're just saying sometimes? I don't understand.
I said if there were two of you.
I don't understand.
It would be, I can handle one. Two?
Well, I still don't understand, but we have a comment. Chris and Tamia say we are authentic with ourselves. The first marriages helped. I learned a lot from my first marriage too. Helped guide the course. LOL. Tamia is over here talking to me, answering questions out loud. LOL. So my comments are paused.
Hey, all you have to do is click that link, the one that says be on the show, and you'll be here, and we can actually listen to you and both go back and forth and see what happens.
Only if you want to. But yes. I've personally met Chris, and Tamia has been on Chris and Tamia have been on our show before. Yeah. So yes, I do consider both of them authentic people. So I do understand what they're saying, and I also understand how we all learned from. Like, I don't know anyone who hasn't had at least one bad relationship. I don't know anyone.
Some of us more than others.
Right, because, sometimes we learn from those bad relationships, sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't,
and we, at least with me, I had to go through several bad relationships, before I really got it together. But, I got it eventually I learned.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, that last one wasn't painful enough. Let me find another relationship that's even more painful than the last one. And then, it took several times before I learned. But
sometimes, something new comes up, like you learn one lesson, and then the next relationship you learn something else. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, but hopefully you keep learning.
Absolutely.
I keep learning from you. Did you know that? You knew that.
That can't be possible.
Oh, it's very true.
You're the smartest woman I know, Jill.
But I still keep learning from you. So I guess that makes you smarter than me.
That can't be possible. Oh, I am definitely not smarter than you.
Sure you are. Sure you are. You have years of wisdom on me.
Wasn't there a show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah.
Well, if there was a show, Are You Smarter Than Jill? I would lose.
I don't think so. I guess it would depend on the top. If they ask questions about, like, you know, mechanical things or taking things apart and putting them back together, you would certainly win all of that. I have no idea how to do any of that. Yep. It's true. It's true. You know that's true. I don't know why you're shrugging. It's true. It's true. So have you always been you I do believe you are your most authentic self now, both in your personal life and your professional life. But have you always been?
Oh yeah. I've pretty much so. Even through the, you know, teenage years and stuff like that, I was pretty much so pretty authentic of who I was. And yeah, I haven't really in some ways I've changed a lot in my life, of course. But then in other ways, I'm exactly as I was before. Like, and when people see me that haven't seen me in, let's say, 30 years, all right? The last time they saw me, maybe I was a teenager and someone that I grew up with, right? And then they'll say things like, you are exactly the same way as when you was young. You kind of speak the same way. You say the same sarcastic type things. You do the same stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah." And like I've had some times where people didn't recognize me, maybe because I have a bald head now, and I didn't when I was a teenager. I had a big afro, and they didn't recognize me at first until I started speaking. And oh yeah, that's Tony for sure, because you say the same kind of stuff you said when you was a teenager. You're the same things, same smart alecky type stuff, I guess.
Well, I don't get that kind of feedback from people who have known me a long time. But what I do know about myself is that when people have tried to make me be somebody else, like, for example, the workplace, they wanted me to be some other type of person.
Some other type of manager?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, really, some other type of employee. Okay. Because I never, in all the times I managed people, I never once asked to manage people. I never went for a job where I had to manage people. But I would come into work, and the next thing I know, I'm a manager of people. Mm-hmm. You know, so I never once applied for jobs like that. But as an employee, you know, just do as you're told, or just do what I say, or don't question anything. That has never been me. Ever. You know, so it often became, not often, but sometimes it became humorous to me, because I could see them trying different tactics to get me to change who I am, you know, or they would anticipate that the questions were coming, or that I would have a problem with it. So, you know, their next step would often, like, you know, I would get in trouble, right, for not going along with whatever they wanted to do. Yeah.
Get with the program.
Yeah.
Jill.
Yeah. So I understood, though, that, you know, when you work in environments, well, actually, let's make this the next part of our show in a segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
I've been trying to help you, Jill.
You've been trying to help me?
I've been trying to help you.
What have you been trying to help me do?
I help you with everything.
You do help me. I did ask for your
I
input.
helped you this morning.
You did. You did. I asked. People who know me well know I am not a morning person. I have never been a morning person, even though I was born early in the morning. But still, I'm not a morning person. So I asked Tony. It's like I need to, for a scene I'm writing, I need to know what the moments before the sun rises are like, before the sun rises.
And I was like, you've never experienced that before.
And I'm like, I don't remember. like I've certainly had shifts where I was on my way to work before the sun came up, but then not when the sun came up. Or, I'm already at work when the sun came up, So I've had to get up extremely early before to work, but I couldn't remember what those moments before were like. So you rightly said, why don't you get up, experience it for yourself, and that way you get everything that you want to know about what those moments are like, so I could describe it. And ladies and gentlemen, I got up before the sun rose today,
and sat
outside until it did. Like I got up about an hour before the sun came up. Mm-hmm. And I sat outside and I had my little notebook, my pen. I took notes of what I was hearing and seeing and experiencing, and I even took pictures, so that later I could look at them to describe it, if it wasn't being described, right in my head, Mm-hmm. So, and then after the sun came up, what did I do? I went right back to bed and slept for several more hours.
So
that was good.
So
anyway,
I'm
trying to help you. Yeah. So that's how you helped me today. But to help people who, like I said, it seems to me so far in the poll I'm doing on LinkedIn, it seems that people can be themselves in personal relationships. And by the way, I looked at another poll, and 93% of the people said that authenticity of the other person, they want their partners to be authentic, and that ranks higher to them
than
height or income.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like that's one of the most important things to them. But yeah, you're right. Like if they're authentic, I guess you don't have to worry about them, but never mind about yourself. But 37% of the people said they have to hide aspects of themselves at work. So my advice is, if you find yourself in a workplace like that, check out what is the workplace culture? Is that the norm? Because if that's the norm, you're never gonna win that battle there. If that's the norm, if that's the culture, if that's what they foster, if that's what they like, if that's what they appreciate, that's not going to change. So you could do what I do and remove yourself from the situation and get another job. That's why I have so many jobs on my resume.
Alrighty.
What's your advice?
I thought I gave some.
You gave it to me for the sunrise.
Well, mine is pretty much the same. Try to be the authentic person you are, because it'll just make you miserable if you're not
like
who you
how you
are.
Yeah.
So be authentic.
You have to keep up with all that. That seems exhausting to me.
If you have a partner that you're always hiding who you truly are,
But what if your most authentic self is to be mean to others or callous or...
It'll make for a miserable life. So maybe they should change that. In so many ways, it'll make for a miserable life. Health-wise, mentally, all of it. It'll just... Ugh.
Yeah. And Connie says it seems like it would be more difficult to be fake. It sure does. Like that seems exhausting to me.
It is. It is.
If, to have to remember what you said to whom and what you did and all of that. That just seems exhausting.
Yep. Well, Jill, I think it's time for us to be wrapping this up. The show is like done.
All right. Well, I guess we can wrap this baby up.
We need to start wrapping this puppy up.
All right.
And, get the show closed out. Okay, as you all know, I'm right. Be here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And remember, you can also watch the show on Jill's website, which is jillcoxcordova.com. And click Podcaster tab. After show, anyone, we need your input. We do. We would love your input on what type of show you would like us to do, or any questions that you didn't ask during the show. We want to hear from you. You know how to reach us. Okay, and remember the Podcast Awards, podcastaward.com. Come and check us out and vote for us in the People's Choice and Society and Culture. All right. Is that about it?
That is. We got one last comment from Chris and Tamia. They said, see y'all next week. Yep. We'll be back. And by the way, next week is our 300th episode. Can you believe it?
300 shows
300.
we have done. And we have made millions.
Yeah, okay. And I would also like to say, well, thank you all, audience, for being here. And thank you, Ron. Ron didn't write a comment, but I see that he was here. So hi, Ron. Thank you for being here. All right.
Gotta say see ya.
See ya. All right.
All right. And we love you all. We really do.
We do. Bye.
Bye-bye.